Elden Ring. What's up, YouTubers? What at all? My State not to 87, and today we're taking a look at Elden Ring, the board game, Part 2, minis, and the encounter books. So, first of all, we're going to take a look at the demi-humans, essentially. Ain't much. And, you know what? We're going to start pulling them out one by one because they're in different settings, essentially. You get all these here. I think they're mostly upside. Yeah, it is kind of upside down. So, we're going to start off with the bat theme. What the fuck are they called? I'm sorry. I am losing a little bit. Forgive me. Giant bats, essentially. That's easy to remember. Why the fuck do I don't remember that? Okay, then we got the giant rat. Pretty simple. We get the Godric soldier. Soldier god. That's 6 of them here. And you get the Beastman of Farum Azula. So this is one of the first bosses, essentially. Also, note, I don't think I pointed it out that much, but there were a lot of boss fights within the campaign. Like, they really tried to diversify and kind of make it feel, you know, like a challenge to get to fucking Margit. But that's basically this one. I'm stupid, it's this way. Okay. There we go. It's oriented a specific way because this is offset compared to this. So, I'm going to put that off to the side. I'm going to take this one now. This one has 6 fanged imps. I'm stupid. Fanged imps right here. We got the rats. And we have the wolves. The Dark Souls boss of enemies. Fucking dogs. And that's just pretty much, so that's pretty much that one. There really isn't much to that one. But here, oh boy. I had to lift this up because this next part is a bit dicey. I don't understand why this one was pointed, but we're going to take these out one by one so we can do these properly. So, first of all is these two. Yeah, so we have the Erdtree Burial Watchdog. This one's a nice one. Kind of an annoying enemy in the video game. We have the Demi-Human Chief. I think we're the Demi-Human Queen inside of the, if I remember correctly, don't we have that inside of the Limgrave Depths? I forgot. I forgot if we did. I'm gonna have to quickly look at the, Kickstarter page. Give me a second. Yes, I had the Kickstarter page up. I've been having it up. Yes, we do. We do with a Demi-Human Queen inside of the campaign, the Limgrave Depths. So, yes. So, this is the Chieftain. Alright. We have another of the kind of repeat enemies. I'm not gonna take that one. I'm gonna try to take the other one. There we go. That's better. So, this one right here is the troll. Really a big one, I should say. I wasn't expecting this one to be big, but then again, I should have, because this is a fucking troll. So, there's that one. And then we have the iconic boss that you could take on at the beginning of the game and get fucked by. The Tree Sentinel. And you'll encounter this guy multiple times in the game too, so this ain't the first time. So we're going to put those two back here, and we're going to save the last boss for while we're flipping through this. And speaking of this, we're going to take a look at the encounter books. There is a lot here. There's going to be a lot here. Luckily, this one's easier to do because it's spiral bound makes it easier to hold the pages. So there we go. I think some of these you fight specifically on a, I don't know. Nope, the rest of these you fight like this, so that's fun. Alright, so I guess now it's time to set the books up. I'm going to push the box back a little bit, push these back a little bit, so we have some room to operate. Because now we are going to be going through every single area. An early trial is basically the first time you face the Tree Sentinel. And I will get the Tree Sentinel out for this one specifically. I won't be getting all the bosses out for all their areas, to be honest. I'm not going to be doing that. I would much rather just get the bosses out for the more important things. And the more iconic ones, like this shit, for example. This fucker right here. Damn you. Alright. And we're not getting them out again. I'd rather just get them out for this moment right here. So, moving on. The next... Actually, no, I didn't even take the fucking picture. God damn it. I didn't take the goddamn picture. Here we go. There we go. That's better. That's better. Okay. Okay, so now that I took the picture, put that back in there. And now, we can flip to the next one. Godric Knight, which is basically just Soldier of God. I'm just gonna call it Soldier of God because that's just basically what it fucking is. And you know what? I don't really mind calling it that because, you know, everyone loves that meme. And you'll only get the context if you actually have played the game and stuff. And also, like, watched other things on YouTube. But yeah, there's Godric Knight. It's gonna be a lot we're gonna flip it through, by the way. So this is gonna be quite a lot. Try to keep it closed. No cracks showing, please. Thank you. Okay, so there's that one. This is gonna take a little while. This is why I said this one is video number 2. Because this is a bigger book to flip through than the others. The bed is not exactly the greatest place, but you know what? This will be where we usually do reviews anyway, so fuck it. I don't care. God damn it. Can there not be something? Can it just be flat? Please. Flat. Flat. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Alright. Sorry, a little bit of OCD there, but it's pretty much that. It's gonna get worse, by the way, when we play this game. Especially, see, I don't think I had a problem with this because the other ones weren't as fucking heavy as this. Because these books are actually a little bit more thicker than the others. I love that these are actually locations in the game itself for some of these, although, what the fuck is this here? Like, if this is bleed, then congratulations, you've completely bled through the arena and ruined the... I don't know what went wrong, what's going on here. I don't. There we go. There's that one. The fact we're almost done with this entire unboxing is crazy. Because I still have a lot of space to dispense of on my phone. Not to mention, as soon as I get the last figure that I want for the channel in, it's basically go time. There's no more doing unboxings for anything else after that. This will be it. That will be it. That will be the last one. And it's suffice to say, I am pretty much excited for what's to come for the channel because, let's just say, how do I put this? The end of the channel is by far probably my favorite project to do. Now, of course, you might be wondering, how can I end a channel and yet still talk about ending a channel when I want to say I want to play this game? I will save that reveal at the end of this unboxing. At the very end. Unless I've said it already and I just fucking lost my mind. But, you know what? I will still say it for the end anyway. I don't think I even revealed it on YouTube just yet, and I'll probably reveal it the same that I post the last unboxing. So, Catacombs, which is this. So, we're nearing the end We're nearing the end because we don't have much left to flip through. I will say, though, I am very much enjoying this more than everything else combined, because I think this is a culmination of everything that you need to play Elden Ring. All of it in one box. The narrative's there, the fighting is there, the bosses, and just being fucking accurate to the game in also this way. Like, just yes, please, just yes. Now, I don't know what exactly boards you would use for the scenarios. Like, do you use a random board for the scenario, or is there like a tile set or something? Because like, I don't know what they would use, what you would use for the scenario specifically for the DLC. I'm calling the fan-made content DLC, by the way, so that way you're not confused. What do you mean by DLC? Because otherwise, it'd be some pretty good experiences to fight and stuff. And having those fan-made miniatures as well, which I'm probably commissioning by Fire once he gets better. Like, once he actually gets better and, you know, like, you know, says, alright, I'm going to continue content creating. By that point, I will probably have commissioned, actually, I'm not going to commission him anything right now. In fact, I'm just going to help him out because, alright, I will save this for a later video. I've been meaning to talk about this because the news hit, like, literally a few days ago. And I'm still reeling over the news, but I don't want to put the news here because I just want to keep this as tight-knit as I can. But once I'm done this series, once I post this series, and once I make the announcement at the end of the series, I will make a second announcement video detailing the end of the channel because of something that happened with Fire, a lot has changed. A lot. And I don't think it's really fair to just simply do anything else. But okay, we're here. I'm just gonna switch topics. We're here. We are here at the one place. The one place here. And the final miniature we've been waiting for. The bridge, the area, it's all there. Well, mainly just the bridge, but you kind of fight off the bridge, apparently, which is not accurate to the game, but, like, you know what, they were trying to capture the area of the boss area, which is, from a top-down perspective, it's commendable. It's commendable what they're doing here. So I can tell that they're trying. The immersion isn't exactly the best because, you know, this is the bridge. You fight on a bridge and he will knock you off. Because this guy is the hardest boss of the video game in the first fucking third of it. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you my favorite boss of the entire board game. Margit the Fell Omen. I'm going to take this shot, and I'm going to take a top-down shot just to show the arena. But god fucking damn. Mr. Demigod himself. But, you know, no, Demigod would actually belong to Godric. But, no, this great enemy that you kill is also one of the hardest learning curves of the entire video game. You get past him, you're pretty much ready to face the video game. Kinda. There might be other things in the way, but we'll get there. I cannot believe I have Margit the Fell fucking Omen in my hands. And not to mention, he scales pretty well with the Dark Souls board game. So since Dark Souls the board game, people are making fan content for that one, and one of the fan content is of course for Elden Ring. And the first area they're hitting is Limgrave, with Margit being one of the fucking bosses. Hell yeah. You can use his miniature to proxy it if you have both this game and the Dark Souls board game. Though Dark Souls board game is set completely on nothing but combat and dungeon crawling. This is true fucking this is a true Elden Ring experience right here. This is what you want. Now, of course, we have to put them aside because we gotta still see other areas first. All the gauntlets, which are basically based off of actual areas from the game. But like I said, this game is just so beautiful. This is why I keep taking pictures, because every single time you take a picture, it's so fucking beautiful. Like, there's some... This is probably the most beautiful video game ever made. And that is saying something. The highest praise I can give to this game, and I can never play it, and yet this thing is just... It's just amazing. It really is. But of course, I've yet to actually experience any of this game. Let alone the starter set. Let alone anything. And I have yet to even print out anything for the other stuff. Because right now, I'm not gonna exactly play the game just yet, because there's still a lot I want to do for the channel beforehand, before I even start just saying, yeah, I'm gonna tone down. I don't know, I can't really say it right now, because I want to just focus on getting this done. I might have actually said it the other video in the Stormville unboxing, and if so, then oh well, I'm still saving it as a quote-unquote surprise. But yeah, this is just gonna try to be something, I guess, because it's just better than nothing. And I don't mind it. I don't mind everything that goes on in this. I think for this board game, it is very much successful. It is a very much successful board game because you can't house rule it much. You can't do much to fix it because it's already good. The only problem is it's not as great as the other games that Stormville has made, because you can't exactly make much fan content, especially considering the fact they're making more. And you can't really add on to that content without having Steamforge help you, because that just speaks to the craft of this game, to be honest. Because this isn't a board game you can actually make fan stuff for. I've seen it with Born, the board game. That's not a board game you can freely create fan stuff for. You can create fan rules, but you can't create fan content. The fact that someone at least tried with the DLC that I want to print out says something about it. Only a problem is, with the DLC, you are pretty much revamping the entire game, so that might also mean a new game plus. In which, if I ever print it out, I just might have to do 2 runs of this board game and do different paths each time to make sure I get it right. But nevertheless, I do think this is actually quite replayable. This is probably a really replayable set that I would like to start playing. If not for the fact I still have a lot of Transformers and Metal Carbot reviews to do, including the last 2 Metal Carbots to come into the mail, which I've yet to order, which probably will not be happening for a while because I'm probably all for the month until they release and get shipped. For the month of June, most likely they will be stuck in limbo, which means that gives me enough time to pretty much review a lot more Transformers within 30 days. And then, once the Metal Carbots come in, finish reviewing Transformers, because that'll be the time everything ends. So yeah, that's it. That is Elden Ring, Realm of the Grafted Kings, scenarios, and maps, essentially. Actually, no. We took a scenarios last video. It was maps and miniatures. At least most of the miniatures. We're still missing a couple more miniatures to look at, which we will do soon. But yeah, I guess we're just gonna stop for now, and I guess we can just lift this up because we've shown all of the minis in here, and okay, there might be a small problem. We still have to take a look at the fucking tiles. And it also looks like every card has been unpackaged. I'm fucked. Alright. This might actually take a lot longer than I thought. So yeah, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hope to click the notifications to be updated on all updates and videos. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as always, put these foolish ambitions to rest.